Well, hello, friends. I'm smiling, but if you want to know the truth, I'm in timeout. Yeah, I put myself in the corner and I said, you sit there and think about your actions, Missy. That's what I'm doing. And then I thought, well, I'm going to ask my friends if they feel the same way. So yeah, misery loves company. And so I was just thinking today, I was sitting at the grocery store and I was in a hurry. That's typically the soundtrack of my life. And of course, I get behind one of those people who they can pull into their parking spot. If they just whip in there, I can get past them and let's get this life moving. We're only allotted so many days. I don't want to spend half of one in a parking lot. Seems logical. So this person decides, I don't want to just pull in. I want to back in. Are you trying to impress your friends? Are you just trying to say, look at me, I'm turning, I'm backing in. No, just whip into the little slot, get out and go about your business. No, this person goes up and then comes, up. Oh, maybe, nope, still didn't get, up. Halfway in. And I'm thinking, thank goodness, here we go. Nope, not good enough. Back in. I'm hearing the clock of my life ticking away. Then I realized I'm being impatient. Patience is a virtue, one that I don't have a lot of. Apparently, I'm not virtuous. Yeah, and I started thinking, Stacy, get it together. Here it is the next day, and I'm still complaining about it. That's bad. I know that's bad. That's why I'm in timeout. So I decided to journal. Why was I so frustrated with that person yesterday? Well, first of all, they were being inconsiderate. My daughter-in-law, we talk a lot about these things. You know, if everybody would just stay in their lane and do what they were supposed to do, we could all live a harmonious life. No, you have those people that want it all. I digress. Let me get back. So I started thinking, what pet peeves really annoy me? I'm serious. I was really taking notes. And I started thinking, not only people who try to back into a crowded parking lot parking space just because they could, but people who know it all. Yeah, you'll be going, I read an article the other day that the solar system is made up of this many stars. And they'll go, I knew that. Really? Have you studied it? No, I just know. No, you don't. Or you'll be talking and you'll go, yesterday I went to the store. Oh, did you go to Hy-Vee? Because let me tell you what, and you're like, hold on. I was just going to say, they have birds over in those trees and the birds sounded pretty. I don't care about Hy-Vee. Yeah, it's like, I'm thinking, okay, this evokes a physical response in me that it shouldn't. So then I started thinking, when you do get into the grocery store and you're standing there and you're going, do I want this kind of mustard, this kind of mustard, that kind of mustard? And you're 18 inches from the shelf because you're really studying, because picking out mustard is not something you do lightly. And you're standing there and then somebody reaches in front of you, squeezes in between you and the mustard. And then they go, I don't want that. And sometimes you go, did you do that on purpose just to irritate me? So then I started thinking, Stacy, this is why you're in timeout. This is a bratty attitude. So I turned the page and I thought, okay, I'm going to humble myself. And I thought, what pet peeves does little Miss Stacy have that irritates the daylights out of others? Well, I was filling the page. My self-esteem took a real hit this morning. Okay. Here's some of the things that I do that are irritating to others. I drink juice from the carton. Oh, my daughter saw it the other day. She goes, Mom, when did you become a college frat boy? And I said, look, nobody likes this flavor of juice. I'm the only one that drinks it. And instead of getting a cup, drinking the juice, now I have to wash the cup, just chug it. I just wanted to drink. She says, no, it's still just not something you should do. And it's irritating. So next day I go in, guess who's pouring juice out of the carton? My husband. I still haven't told him. I drank out of that carton. I learned my lesson. So see, that's a pet peeve, but I've corrected. Once I found out that there was a flaw, I corrected it. I don't back into parking spots because I know it's inconsiderate. And just last week, I stopped drinking juice out of the carton. Yeah, here's something else. I leave shoes everywhere. I walk in, sometimes I take them right off at the door. Not because they're muddy, just because that's when my feet decided to be free. Sometimes I'll leave those shoes there, walk right past them to get another pair of shoes, go run another errand and think, these shoes made my feet hot. So I kick them off in the middle of the closet. Then at night we go to dinner. Well, now I got to wear my fancy shoes. So I get my fancy shoes and I get home and think, oh my gosh, those hurt so bad. So I kick them off by the couch. Yeah, at any given point in my life, every day, I can have 2-3 pairs of shoes just laying willy-nilly. I have shoe racks. I have no good excuse. I know it's a flaw. But is that part of the answer? Is knowing it's a flaw? No, it would have to be because you try and fix it. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet on the shoes. I apologize to all of my friends who are hearing this right now. I don't always reply to texts right away. I hate this about me. But there is something that if I'm in the middle of something and someone texts me, hey, I need to talk to you. Can you answer this question? And I'm thinking, I'll get right back as soon as I can tie up these loose ends. The next thing you know, 3 days later, I go, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's a pet peeve of my friends, and it should be, because I should be better. Do better. Live better, Stacy. Do better. Okay. The next thing, I am the world's worst conversation interrupter. Somebody could be going, oh my God, and the house was on fire, and they were throwing kittens out the window, and I was trying to catch them. I go, oh my God, hold on. I saw this meme yesterday of a kitten. Inappropriate interruption. But sometimes my thoughts just blurt right out of my mouth, and they just, the filter, I'm missing a filter. I'm going to say maybe that was training as a child. I'm going to blame my parents. Mom, I wish you would have taught me to not be an interrupter, but I know it's a pet peeve. Here's another thing. And does anybody do this? I don't keep the lids with my bowls. No, I have lids here, and then somebody will go, well, hey, I want to take this leftover home. I've got this bowl. Where's the lid? I may have to look through 3 drawers and 2 cabinets before I actually find it. It drives my family nuts. They're like, just keep like things with like things. And I'm thinking, I just want them away. I just want to shove them somewhere. And that didn't seem like the appropriate place. That seemed like a better place. So as I'm writing all of these things, I started thinking, are these personality character defects? What is it? So I Googled, what is the definition of a pet peeve? Here it is. Something that a particular person finds annoying. Well, what if that, I may think you backing into a parking spot is annoying, but you may think it is a life skill. So that takes me to, do we really have to change all of those things that are pet peeves? Or is it, hey, you're just being a particular person with a particular view? Maybe keeping my lids away from my bowls is really a brilliant invention that no one else has thought of before. Maybe I'm not as irritating as I think. Okay, that was a huge exaggeration. So I started listing some things that one person may love, the next person may hate. Loud breathing. My brother would go nuts. He's like, oh my God, that person breathes so loud. Sounds like Darth Vader. And I'm thinking, well, that person has to breathe. What do you think they're going to do? Is so you can't hear them? No. Breathing is breathing. You can't determine and dictate how somebody else breathes. But that was a particular pet peeve of his. Not being organized. Oh my gosh. I have friends who it's like we alphabetize our spices, we alphabetize our soups, and they have to all be facing the same way. I would love to be that person. But honestly, I know people that think, oh my God, I could not live with this type of organization skill. It's personality. It's not a pet peeve. Or let's put it this way. A pet peeve, we should give more grace to those things that we find irritating. Because that person, now me drinking out of the milk carton, I did learn was probably not a good thing. But the person doing it isn't doing it just to irritate you. Now, if you say, I hate fingernails on a chalkboard, and they just keep going, then it's on purpose. But if they go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I usually scratch the chalkboard 2 or 3 times a day. You just happen to be here at the wrong time. Most people don't do their pet peeves just to get under your skin. Maybe we should have thicker skin. See, my skin's so thick, I never get offended. The doctor says, how much do you weigh? And I says, it's just thick skin. Yeah, I'm really 110 pounds in here. Really thick skin. So here's some other things that people find irritating. Some people are vegan. Oh, I would never eat anything with eyes. Do you eat a potato? No, sorry, that was wrong. And then other people are mad because they're not vegan. Then let's not even get started on the gluten-free kick. Holy cannoli. I've seen more relationships ended because of gluten-free or not gluten-free. Let's love one another. And what about this one? You're a neat freak or you're a slob. Takes me back to my shoes. I tell you, I was sitting myself in the corner thinking, Stacy, you need to be more patient. You need to be more loving and kind. Then my journey took me to, well, do you know how irritating you are? To, well, if I want people to show me grace, I'm going to have to show them grace. So to that person that was backing into their parking spot at the store the other day that I was looking at them like this, I apologize. And if you follow me on this channel, I just want you to know I am publicly saying I was impatient and wrong. So I'm going to go about my day today. I'm going to open my heart and I'm going to let less things irritate me and annoy me because honestly, it's all about loving others. So I hope people show me that same grace. Fingers crossed. Okay. Have a good day, guys. We'll talk soon.